Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start another story, and this story is written by George Orwell, and the story's name is A Hanging. Let's start it. It was in Burma, a sodden morning of the rains. Uh, this starting, the beginning of the story is showing us a gloomy setting where something is full of sorrow. It does not show any kind of joy. If you see the word sodden here, it suggests heavy rain and discomfort. So, by using this word sodden, George Orwell is creating a depressing and oppressive atmosphere. It immediately sets a mood of sadness and discomfort. Our story starts with discomfort. It sets uh, um, an atmosphere that is full of dejection. Then another sentence you will follow, you'll find the same continuity of this. A sickly light, like yellow tin foil, was slanting over the high walls into the jail yard. Uh, now you will see that here light is described as sickly. How can light be sick? So it is used for certain purpose. This word sickly gives light an unhealthy and unpleasant quality. That light is not healthy, the light is not pleasant. Then see, he has a use here, or in this sentence, you will find that simile is used here. And the simile is like yellow tin foil. So that simile makes it appear weak and artificial. Similarly, we also find another phrase that is high walls. So high walls, this phrase emphasizes imprisonment and complete lack of freedom, subjugation, no free will. Then we were waiting outside the condemned cells, a row of sheds fronted with double bars like small animal cages. And now, our narrator, see, he has used, someone is telling a story, and the word we is used here. So we find that it is a narrative. Let's see, either it is like the telltale heart, or it is like the last leaf, because in the telltale heart, we see that a narrator is narrating story, no dialogues usually. But in the last leaf, we find narrative through dialogues. That is, these are two different styles. So let's see what style Orwell has used here. So it seems that the prisoner cells are compared. Orwell is comparing these prisoner cells to small animal cages. There is no freedom, there is suffocation. And it shows that prisoners are treated like animals, they are mistreated, they are not given a proper treatment, and they are not treated like human beings. Their rights as human beings are limited or even they lack. So, this clearly highlights dehumanization and cruelty, that humans are treated like animals. So, it means your treatment is very cruel. It is brazen act of cruelty. Then you'll find description. Each cell measured about 10 feet by 10 and was quite bare within except for a plank bed and a pot of drinking water. Do you think that a human being can live in such a small place? It is not possible. Uh, we find description here, description of the cells, and the cells are described as extremely small and empty. That thing shows severe neglect, the lack of basic facilities also reflects something, that lack of basic necessity facilities or necessities is showing the suffering and isolation of prisoners. Prisoners are suffering, they are not spending a healthy life, though they have the right to spend a healthy life, even they are in prison, but they should be given their basic human rights. They should not be treated like animals. Then he says, and see, basically, they are so small that only a plank bed and a pot of drinking water you can place there. Even you cannot walk in that cell. It's not spacious at all. So, in some of them, brown, silent men were squatting at the inner bars with their blankets draped around them. Here, the prisoners are described as silent, they're not talking. And silence basically shows helplessness, and it also shows emotional exhaustion. The prisoners feel that they are helpless, they don't have any hope, they have given up the hope of being free, and they have lost their emotions. Their posture also suggests defeat and acceptance of their fate. They have accepted that it is written in their fate that they have to be in prison in such kind of pathetic conditions. These were the condemned men. And see, he has also used another word here, brown. So the color, the reference to their color, their skin color is also important. That your color matters, your color counts, how you are going to be treated. Then there were the condemned men due to be hanged within the next week or two. This line reveals the reality of execution. The people who are there in those cages being treated like animals, they are the people who are going to be hanged. They are going to be executed. Obviously, when you know that your time has come, definitely you lose hope. You don't feel joyous. You don't feel happy. And you just count minutes when you are going to sail away from this land to eternal land or eternal place. So the calm, factual tone makes death seem routine. Here, obviously, people are dying, and it looks normal. It also increases the emotional impact on the reader. Readers also find some sort of uh, gloomy vibes. So here now we are going to discuss it. Uh, I have explained the lines one by one, and now we are going to discuss what techniques are used here by George Orwell. Before that, let me add something that the background is the setting is basically a colonial prison, and that prison is in Burma, where condemned prisoners are being taken for execution. And we find focus on the harsh prison environment. Environment is described. The emotional distance of authority and the dehumanization of prisoners. Obviously, the people who are running those affairs, it is routine for them. It is just like taking breakfast, eating lunch, drinking water, and executing people is just like a routine for them. So let's come to literary techniques. George Orwell is renowned for using imagery, and especially he uses strong visual imagery. He creates a picture in front of your eyes. He creates a dark and oppressive atmosphere by using visual imagery. If you see number of phrases here, those phrases create that visual imagery. They create a dark and oppressive atmosphere. Like if you see the phrases, you need to remember them. A sodden morning of the rains, then a sickly light, then like yellow tin foil. All these phrases basically help we help us. They help we readers clearly visualize a damp, gloomy, and uncomfortable environment. Environment is not comfortable at all. So uh, again, you will see a very strong description of high walls, jail yard. These phrases also build a sense of confinement and hopelessness. They are confined to that place. They cannot move outside those cages. Similarly, you will find a simile here, a powerful simile to highlight dehumanization and decay. And it is not one, it's more than one even. You'll find a comparison like yellow tin foil. That comparison suggests that the light is weak, it is artificial, it is unpleasant. And we also find another simile that is like small animal cages. This comparison, in this comparison, we see that like small animal cages, we find comparison of prison cells to cages, that they are like cages. They are not cells, but they are cages. And in cages, we don't keep people, we keep animals. So that simile shows that prisoners are treated like animals rather than human beings. And it creates an impact, a very strong, powerful impact on the in the minds of readers. Then we also find symbolism. Uh, it is one of the important techniques used by a writer. The sickly light symbolizes three things. Number one, death. Number two, decay. And number three, moral corruption. Even the prison itself symbolizes oppression and the cruelty of colonial authority, how cruel those colonial authorities were, especially in case of Burma. It will be our Brits. So similarly, the confined cells also symbolize the complete loss of freedom and dignity. The people who are in those cage-like in prisons, or they don't have any freedom. Then if you see tone and mood, you will find detachment. Tone does not show attachment, it shows detachment. And tone is also showing us facts. So we can say the tone is detached and factual. Especially in due to be hanged within the next week or two. This phrase makes death appear routine and emotionally distant. You are not feeling anything if these people die. Their death does not impact, does not create any impact on your emotions, on your feelings. You are not disturbed. So the mood created is gloomy. It is also tense. It is depressing. And that gloomy, tense, and depressing mood reflects the harsh reality of prison life. It is not exaggeration. It is not imagination, but it is reality. And it also shows that the death is inevitable. It will come. You cannot escape from that. You cannot run away from that. And if you see the setting and atmosphere here, you'll find that it is a rainy Burma morning, because Burma and such kind of places, you find that there rains a lot, especially in monsoons. Then you also find that prison walls are very high. In contrast, you find small barred cells. So all these, a rainy morning, high prison walls, small barred cells, all of them create a heavy and oppressive atmosphere. And the environment reflects sadness and confinement. And they both sadness and confinement reinforce the suffering of the prisoners and the seriousness of their situation. If you see themes, you can find themes with examples. I will share certain examples too. First theme, if you observe, that is death and execution. And this is the central theme of this passage. If you see the line due to be hanged within the next week or two, directly shows that the prisoners are waiting for their execution, for their end. Death is presented as unavoidable and routine, which is very strange, which makes the whole setting or the story disturbing. It disturbs the mind. How is it possible that the human beings, the people like us, they are being executed and no one cares? Then you will find another theme, that is dehumanization. Prisoners are treated like animals rather than humans. And if you read the line, the phrase like small animal cages, it shows dehumanization of prisoners, and it reduces human beings to objects. They are not human beings, rather they are objects, they are things. Their silence and posture, brown silent men, and in other words, squatting, they show how they have lost individuality and dignity. They have no dignity. And all of them have the same end. So they are not individuals now. They are the people, they are considered as the people who are going to be executed. Then another theme you'll find, oppression and confinement. You see the prison environment is reflecting strict control and lack of freedom. The high walls and double bars, both phrases show physical restriction. The prisoners are completely trapped, both physically as well as mentally. Then hopelessness and resignation. The prisoners have emotionally given up. They are emotionally broken. And if you see the phrase silent men were squatting, that phrase shows that they are not resisting their fate. They are not trying to escape it. They have accepted that it's written in their fate. Their silence reflects acceptance and loss of hope. They don't have any hope. Then you'll also find injustice of capital punishment. It is very calm description of execution. It is described in very calm manner. So this manner suggests criticism of the death penalty. Should we have death penalty or not? Why should we hang someone? Why should we take the life of someone? The fact that hanging is mentioned casually, it's not given any importance. It is considered or treated as a routine due to be hanged. This part, that due to be hanged, shows how normalized both death, not both, death has become. It has become a routine. And indirectly, it raises moral questions that we have become so inhuman, we have become machines, that the death or execution of people like us does not influence us, does not disturb our emotions, does not disturb our feelings. We do not question it. Now we come to the style. If you see, George Orwell uses simple, realistic, and descriptive style. It is not intricate. It is very simple. Description you are finding in the whole paragraph. And if you see, his language is straightforward, but highly effective in creating emotional depth. Same, if you see, O. Henry also uses very simple language, but its impact is very deep, emotionally deep. Then detailed descriptions such as 10 feet by 10. It that also add realism to the prison setting. Then you find the use of figurative expressions like sickly light that adds symbolic meaning to the environment. And if you see the tone, it remains detached and objective, especially when describing death. That makes the scene more powerful because of its emotional restraint. And if you see, the style combines realism with symbolic depth. It makes the passage both vivid and thought provoking. Then let us critically analyze it. And I hope that you people uh, will not sacrifice any information from that, because I have observed that you people don't follow each and every point while taking notes. So kindly don't do that. So in critical analysis, you can write that this paragraph is presenting a powerful critique of the prison system and capital punishment. Capital punishment is basically execution. And George Orwell is exposing how authority dehumanizes prisoners by reducing them to animal-like conditions. The gloomy environment reflects moral and institutional corruption. The calm and routine tone used for describing execution makes death appear normal, and that thing shocks the readers. It also forces reflection on its morality. Instead of directly condemning the system, our writer, George Orwell, is using imagery and setting to reveal system's cruelty indirectly. There is no direct criticism. It is between the lines. It is indirect. It is implicit. And that manner makes the criticism more subtle and effective. And let me conclude it. If you have to conclude this paragraph, you will write that this paragraph strongly highlights the themes of death, dehumanization, and oppression. Three themes are highlighted here, discussed here. And he has used vivid imagery, symbolism, and a detached tone to present a disturbing picture of colonial prison life. The prisoners are shown as helpless, and they don't have any dignity in them. While execution is treated as a routine event, a writer leaves a powerful impact by exposing the cruelty and moral injustice of the system in this starting paragraph. I hope you have understood it. Make notes. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you for watching.